All right, so we're gonna jump right in, and you guys know I'm not a big person for unboxings, but I have to show you what comes inside the package of the new Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless Earbuds. Now, as you can see here, I already opened everything up, and I just wanna show you what's inside. It comes with 3 sets of earbuds. It comes from extra small, small, medium, and large. Now, the medium have already been put on the Sennheiser earbuds when they came in the box, so you can't see the extra pair there. You're also gonna see it comes with USB-C. So, now that you can see everything that's inside, let's jump right in and talk about some pros and some cons. Now, first thing I want to talk about is if you're looking for a pair of headphones that give you quality sound, don't look any further. These headphones exemplify what sound is supposed to be like. It almost sounded like I had over-the-ear headphones on. It blocked out outside noise. The bass was amazing. The highs, the lows. I could hear every instrument that I had playing, no matter if I was listening to jazz, pop, country, rap, whatever it was, I heard it coming through these earbuds. When I say premium, top quality sound, Sennheiser doesn't disappoint. Now, I also want to talk about my next pro, which is the call quality. When I had these on, no matter if I was inside of an airport or if I was inside in front of a television, outside by the pool, or out just running, when I called or received calls from people on these earbuds, the call quality was a 10. It was top notch. Every person that I talked to, no matter what I was doing, told me that they could hear me exceptionally well, and they even thought that I was talking to them on my phone. The next pro, which I have to give it up to Sennheiser because they took a lot of feedback from their fans, is the simple touch control with these particular headphones. Now, as you can see here, I'm gonna show you when I went to the gym, I wanted to make sure that the functionality was simple. I've had touch earbuds and touch over-the-ear headphones in the past that were just so complicated when it came to doing the touch gestures that I just stopped using them. These are super simple. Now, as you can see here, when you touch one time on the left side, you could pause and play music, or if I wanted to put the ambient sound off because someone started talking to me, I would just hit this side 2 times and it would take all the ambient noise out and let me hear everything that was going on, so I didn't have to go into my phone. I didn't have to go turn functions off. It was super simple. I also love the fact that when I utilized these earbuds, I was also able to hit the button twice on the left side to fast forward a song, or hit the button 3 times to rewind a song. The functionality of the touch controls was phenomenal. Now, another thing that is super important to a lot of people when they're buying headphones or earbuds is how do they stand up if I'm watching Netflix, YouTube, or if I'm connecting these to a television? Does it play back as it's supposed to when I'm listening to the voice come from these devices, either if it's a laptop or TV? I want to tell you, no matter what I hook this up to, if I connected these to my MacBook or I connected these to the Bluetooth on my television, the sound playback was amazing. These have aptX and aptX low latency, which allowed me to listen to everything real time without any lag. Now, another pro for these earbuds is their IPX4. Now, IPX4 isn't the 6 or 7 that allows you to go swimming with them, but they are splash and water resistant. They are not waterproof. They can handle a splash of water, or they can handle sweat dripping down your head or getting in your ear, but they will not last if you get them in a puddle of water. If you're looking for something that's gonna give you sound, if you're looking for something that if you travel and you wanna take quality calls inside of airports and things like that, these are definitely the way to go. Now, before I jump into anything else, I wanted to add a section that was kind of in the middle of a pro and a con, so I'm calling this the so-so section. With these particular Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless Earbuds, you can get up to 3 to 3.5 hours music playback time. The louder that you turn the volume up on these earbuds, the less battery life you're going to get. I personally got around 2.5 to 3 hours because I had to turn these up when I was using these. Once the earbuds die and you put them back in the case, it takes them around 2 hours to fully charge both earbuds. Now, one thing that I noticed is when I was utilizing these particular earbuds, when I threw them in my gym bag, just flopping around in my gym bag, the magnetic case is okay, but it's not fantastic because there were times I would get to the gym go to pull them out, and the case was open and earbuds were laying around. I wish there was a better latch on here to make sure that these stayed closed until I pushed a button or something of the sort to make it open. Now, the other thing I wanted to put into this so-so section is the app. You can download the app for these particular earbuds, but I didn't find a lot of functionality with the app. It seemed as if once I downloaded the app and made my settings on it to make these earbuds work, I could almost uninstall the app. It has an equalizer on it, but the equalizer isn't something of a great use. It's just a basic equalizer that allows you to go up and down with bass or treble, but it wasn't something that I wanted to use, so I just ended up going with the default sound that came with the earbuds because they sound really good. So I didn't even need to mess with that. And outside of that, like I said, the app was useless. Now, with all of the pros and all of the so-sos, let's go ahead and jump into some of the cons. Number one con that I have, and a lot of people ask me this, is can you play these earbuds using one at a time, or do you have to have both? I will tell you this, if this is one of the cons that you're looking for before you buy these earbuds, you have to use the right earbud when using these. If you're using both of these and you take the right earbud out and put it back in the case, it will turn these earbuds off. The right side is the dominant and has to be charged and functional in order for both earbuds to work. That's a big con, and that's a con that I thought Sennheiser, with the price of these earbuds, would have added to make sure that that wasn't an issue, knowing that a lot of people consider that as a number one priority when using these. Now, con number two. With that said, if you lose one of these earbuds are useless and the price you paid for them just went down the drain. Now for me, that didn't sit well because I know that when I was trying these on, leading me into my next con, these didn't fit in my ears well. I followed the instructions and I even YouTubed some videos to make sure I was putting these in my ears correctly because they just wouldn't fit the way I wanted them to fit. Sometimes they would fall out, no matter if I was just sitting there or definitely when I started working out and was lifting weights or doing things like that. So making the way that these fit, something that I wasn't The next con, even though these Sennheisers say they're Bluetooth 5.0, I wasn't able to utilize these any farther away from my phone than I was with my $20 earbuds here that are Bluetooth 4.2. Now, another con that I had with these Sennheisers is when I would get through using these, I would go to put them right back into the case, and when you put them in the case, it's supposed to automatically shut them off and start charging. But for some reason, they would continue to play inside of the case with the lid closed. When I would go to turn my phone on to listen to music, it would say connected to the Momentums, and then I would come back to the case, which was like an hour later, and they were still playing inside of my gym bag. Now for me, I didn't understand what was going on with these, but that was an issue that I was having. Also, another con is that when I first tried to connect these, as you could see here, it wouldn't connect. I don't know if it's because I'm using an iPhone and these might work better with Android, but when I would try to hook these up to some of my friends who are using an Android device, it connected immediately, but mine just would not connect. Finally, after about a day of trying to connect these by powering off my phone, powering off the earbuds, doing everything I could, I was able to finally connect them to the earbuds, allowing me to use the app. Now, outside of all of the pros, the so-sos, and the cons, my last con, the price tag for these Sennheisers is $300. Now, for $300, do I personally give Sennheiser a thumbs up for that price tag? No, especially when I'm only getting 3 to 3.5 hours battery life and I have the issues of them falling out of my ears. So with all of that said, I'm not knocking these, I'm just saying for me they did not work. I'm gonna put a description for these earbuds below so you can click on that, and while you're down there, hit that subscribe button. Again, the more people that know about this channel, the better decision you guys can make before you go out and buy these products. Again, we all work hard for our money, so you might as well spend it wisely. This has been another production from OndaWire. I'm out.